Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Lime CRM product update in the limelight, where me, Magnus, who is your host today, will talk and walk you through the newest product features and show you how they can help you in your daily work in Lime CRM. By my side, I have my colleague Thomas. He's one of our product managers and he's responsible for the web client. And he will take care of the chat during this product update, during the entire session. And he's here to answer any questions you might have, and we'll keep the chat open during the session. If you don't have any CRM specific questions but want to know something about Melodifestivalen, feel free to ask, since that is Thomas' second favorite topic to discuss after the obvious number one, which is CRM. So feel free to ask your questions using the chat as we go. And we both know both English and Swedish, so it's perfectly fine to ask questions in Swedish as well. Today, we have a fully packed agenda, and where we'll dive deeper and look at some of the amazing new features in our web client we have been working on lately. We'll look at simplified filter set navigation, the action bar for easier and quicker workflows, aggregates, very anticipated feature that uncover deeper insights about your data. And last but not least, we will look at some new capabilities in our CPQ add-on for doing customized quotation workflows and using product images. But before we get started, I will give you the tip and trick of the day, something that you might not know about, but something that will make it even easier to work in Lime CRM. Today, I will show you what we call shortcuts. And these shortcuts, they are small widgets on the start page with which you can navigate to specific valuable information that you might have, both in Lime CRM, but also outside of Lime CRM. That might be a link to your intranet, showing the sales process, or linking to a specific filter set or object in Lime CRM. So how does this work? Let me show you. I'm just gonna go into Lime CRM, and as you can see, I'm in the start page, and here I can place one of these shortcuts. And I have different start pages, so different start pages can contain different shortcuts. In this case, I want to add a navigation shortcut to our sales process so that the sales reps, when they work in Lime CRM, they can easily get a quick link to reading up on the sales process that they work with. So me as an administrator, I'm just navigating to our administrators page here, going to the start pages. And as you know, we can add multiple start pages. And this is the shortcut I want to add on the sales start page, right? So what I simply just do is that I add a new component here. This is called Lime shortcut. I want it to be a small square, and then I simply add some configuration to it, where I add what icon it should be, what link it should target, and other things, colors. Then I simply just press save. And going back to the web client, you'll see that I have a neat little new shortcut on the start page. I want it to be on the top left instead, so let's just put it in the top left like this, and you will see what will happen. I'll have it in the top left, going back, and this will give me a link directly to the sales process. Clicking that, I'll navigate to the sales process where I can read up on how we work at our company. So a neat little feature that we have available and that your administrators easily can set up. So that was the tip and trick of the day. Now let's proceed with the agenda. So the first thing that I want to talk about is simplified filter set navigation. And you know, filter sets, they are great. They make it possible to quickly find what you're looking for and use the information for creating smart signals such as info tiles. However, we have received feedback that it previously was hard to find the filter set you were looking for. Usually not a problem in the beginning of your Lime CRM journey, but as you add more and more filter sets, the harder it gets to get a really good overview. That's why we have polished this part of the product and improved the usability. So the things that we've done is that we've separated and made it easier to find the filter set you're looking for by making it possible to select recent filter sets and also divided the filter set between your personal filter sets and all the filter sets available in your solution. We've also added a search bar for quickly finding the filter set you're looking for. And it's now possible to expand the list of filter sets to have them at your fingertip when navigating the Global Explorer. And this is great if you're switching back and forth between different filter sets a lot in your work. And last but not least, we also moved a bit where we placed edit and delete functionalities in a better place to minimize the risk of errors and making them more natural to find. So how does this work? It's time for a short demo. So just give me 1 second and I will log in and show you how this works. So the filter sets, they are available in the Global Explorer when you're browsing a lot of data in Lime CRM. And you will find the filter sets in the top left. In this case, I want to show the filter sets when we work with deals. So the first thing that you'll notice is that when we press the filter set menu, we have the recent filter sets directly at your fingertip, but I can also navigate to only show mine, which are my personal filter sets, or all. So we also made it possible to then find what you're looking for, but by simply pressing the search button, and if I write hot, I'll find the filter set hot deals that is available here. And as you can see, it's also possible then to expand the filter set and make it sticky such that you always have it available and easy when you move between filter sets. A very neat functionality if you're working on when switching between different filter sets in your daily work. So this new feature, you can also then just drag and make it bigger if you like to keep it and keep the naming of the filter sets available. And this feature, it's available for all of you right now. It's not something you need to turn on. So go ahead and navigate quicker between your filter sets. I hope you enjoy this new feature. Okay, let's proceed with the next feature I want to talk about, which is the action bar for quicker and easier workflows. With the action bar, we have streamlined the way you find and perform actions in Lime CRM to make them easier to find and simpler to use. So what are actions? Well, actions could be either built-in actions, such as when working with your to-dos, marking a to-do as done, or resuming a task already completed. Or it can be bulk actions, such as bulk updating or exporting data to Excel, for example. But it could also be custom actions that have been built specifically for you, for your specific workflows. And previously, actions were either tucked away in a menu or following different design guidelines. Now, the action bar shows the important actions you can perform in the right context, easier to find and easier to use. So how does this look and work in practice? It's time for the next demo of the day. Just gonna go back to Lime CRM and show you how this looks. So let's have a look at our to-do list. So navigating to my to-dos, and the action bar will shown in the context where you are. So if I, in this context, would like to perform a bulk operation, that could be I want to want to switch the responsible coworker for a couple of to-dos, for example, then I simply mark the to-dos that I want to do a bulk operation on, and the action bar is automatically shown in the bottom. Easy to find, easy to use. So if I instead want to go to a specific to-do in this case and perform an action there, you'll see that I have the action bar also present on the to-do option or object, where I can see where I can mark a to-do as done or postpone and to do. These were previously tucked away in this menu where you'll still find them, but now they're easier to find with the action bar. What's great with the actions is that they are also available if you are looking at objects in a different view. Let's say you have the list view, then you'll find the same actions also in this menu. So the actions, they are available when you need them in the right context, easier to find and easier to use. This feature is gradually being rolled out. So if you can't see the action bar in your application, hang in there, it's coming really soon to you. So the next thing I wanted to talk about during this in the Limelight session is something we call aggregates. And this is one of the most anticipated features that we've been working on for a long time. Imagine you're a key account manager. It's the end of the so important quarter of the year and you're preparing for a big sales meeting. You need to know everything about your key accounts and you need to know them fast. How often have you engaged with them? What's your sales forecast? When's the next follow-up? And usually you'd be clicking through tabs, pulling out history notes, cross-referencing invoices, and it's tedious and it's time-consuming, but not anymore. With our new feature, Aggregates, that scenario is just a story from the past. Aggregates is like having a personal data assistant that's already done the homework for you. It gathers all the relevant information, number of visits, calls, sales figures, you name it, and present them neatly in the table view. Searchable and possible to filter on. So to be very concrete, Aggregates pull key information from related objects in the tabs and display it right where you need them in the table view. And what's really cool about this is that there's no coding needed, and this is something that administrators can set this up themselves right from Lime Admin. And you can see important metrics like the number of customer interactions, when the next customer meeting is scheduled, the current sales pipeline value for individual customers, and can also answer essential questions like how many open tickets are there for each customer? What's the turnover this year per customer and how does it compare to last year? Do we have any upcoming customer meetings or who's been engaging with our marketing events? And the best part is that it works on any data object you have. So every bit of this information is searchable and can be used in filter to filter down on exactly what you need. And setting it up is a breeze. You go in Lime Admin, add your aggregates, and you're ready to go. It's all about giving you the insights you need without any of the hassle. So shall we take a look and see how it works? Yes, we shall. Let's dive in and see aggregates in action. And we are going to create 4 different aggregates in a very short time to give you an understanding of the power with this feature. And we'll take what I would like to call some of the classics, starting with answering the question, what of our customers haven't we paid a visit to this year? So let's see how this works, shall we? So back in Lime CRM, and I'm heading to the companies table. This is where I would like to get this great overview right. I want to fill the table view with this relevant information to make it easier to see and easier to use in my work. So let's go into the administrators page and set up this aggregates. So aggregates are set up when creating updating your table view. So let's head over to the company table view here. and start with the aggregate that we would like to call number of customer visits this year. So this is the same way as adding a regular column here. I'm just finding the history notes that we have, and I'm calling it number of customer visits this year, right? And I have already prepared a filter set for those history notes. So I want to count the number of customer visits this year. A very easy filter to create if you haven't already done it. So customer visits this year, and then I simply just press save. Going back to Lime and the table view, you'll see that I have a new column here, number of customer visits this year. So this makes it super easy to find all of the customers that we haven't paid a visit to this year, because those have a 0. So if I then just say customer visits this year equals 0, you will see that I have these 22 customers. And perhaps I should pay attention to the one that are my A customers. So let's just make another filter, creating a new filter set where I see the number of A customers that I haven't paid a visit to this year. But let's continue with aggregates and show you and keep on going. So maybe we want to see if there are any customer meetings prepared for my customers as well, if there is a next customer meeting already in the plan. So let's add that as an aggregate as well. So we'll do the same thing. So customer meetings are handled by to-dos. So I want to check the to-dos here, and I want to say that is there a start time on my to-do, and I'm calling it next customer meeting, like this. And then I want to say what's the max of the max, which is the upcoming meeting that we have on the to-do, and let's say planned customer visits, which is the filter set on my to-do table. So I'm saving that, and then just going back, you'll see that we directly get the new column that we created. And here we can see in this case that, well, we have an A customer where we haven't paid a visit to this year, but there is a next customer meeting planned for. Let's continue and say, okay, well, we want to see the total pipeline value for our customers in this view as well. So let's continue on our path on creating aggregates. So the pipeline is of course handled by the deals in the deals relation. So I want to calculate the weighted value of my deals and calling it pipeline value. And I want to sum all of the pipeline value for these customers. Saving that, going back to the table view, and you'll see that we now have the total pipeline value aggregated for my active customers, which also give me insights. If there are customers where we have a big pipeline value, we haven't paid a visit to them, maybe we should do so. And last but not least, one of the examples, maybe you want to see how many active tickets our customers have. So let's just add that as an aggregate as well. Simply adding the new column. Tickets are handled by the ticket in the ticket table, and we call this number of active tickets. And now we just want to count all of the tickets that are active. Saving that, going back to my table view, and you'll see here that we have the number of active tickets in my customer table view as well. And this gives a good understanding of if there are customers that have problem that we want to focus on. And all of this information is searchable and possible to use in filter sets. So I can save a filter set, for example, the customers which we haven't paid a visit to this year. Just doing that, saving that as customers without visit this year. Simple as that, creating that. And now we have that always available. So Aggregates is a great new feature, and I really believe that it will create great value for you in uncovering deeper insights about the data that you have. Now, let's wrap up this session with the latest news regarding our CPQ add-on. And first of all, what is CPQ anyway? CPQ stands for Configure Price Quote. It gives you 7 points in Scramble if that's something you usually play. And it's all about creating error-free quotations quickly. And for those of you who work a lot with quotations, this is an excellent add-on to Lime CRM for making that part of the process easier without error and selling more in an easier way. And how does this work then? Well, in Lime CRM, you have a quotation tab when you handle your deals. In the quotation tab, you can simply just add the articles to your quotation, and those will automatically give you the price that is set up. You can add how many articles that you are selling. You can add a discount, gross margin, and things like that. So you build up your quotations with articles, and once that is done, we have quotation templates that make it super easy to create beautiful quotations that you then can send to your customer or your prospect, and using our e-sign add-on, get them signed digitally and directly into Lime CRM. And once you have that data, you can of course follow up on it. How many outstanding quotations do we have? What articles are we selling? Looking at the total outstanding quotation sum, and so on. And CPQ is all about smooth selling. So what we've done now is that we've added great possibilities for customizing these workflows, and I'm going to give you a couple of examples. So this is what it looks when you add an article. You add the article group and then the article that is in that article group. You'll automatically get the description, and then you can select how many and the price and so on. And now it's possible to customize what will happen when you add an article group and an article. And that will then affect the part that you see in the bottom here, the pricing, the discount, and so on. So to give you some understanding of what the possibilities we have with CPQ now, let's take a couple of examples. So let's say that you want to give certain types of customer certain discount. So let's say that A customer should get a certain discount, B customer should get another discount. That could be then customized. So then when you add your articles, the discount is already there. And this could be done even in a more advanced way, where the discount is connected to certain articles and article groups, and the discount is then calculated depending on that. Another example is to add the possibility to add colors to the articles that you are selling. And this could be great if you have the articles you're selling have different colors. So you can simply add an article color, and if you integrate this with your ERP system, that information is automatically then also sent to the ERP system and the order handling, so that the ones that are actually doing the order of that article know exactly what color the customer have ordered. And another example here is to actually, when you select an article, directly get an information about how many you have in stock. So in this case, we see that the ARM X2020 is 8 left in stock, or bucket 60M, we don't have any in stock, so that you can give a clear message to the customer you're talking to, how many are available from the stock. So these are all examples. The important part here is to understand the way that we can customize CPQ to suit your different quotation workflows. The other big thing that we've released is to add product images in quotations. So now we have the possibility to add images on the articles, and when you then create the actual quotation document, that will automatically be included in the document template, making the actual quotation more beautiful and easier to understand. So I hope you find these new features for CPQ valuable for you, and let us know if you have questions in how to use it in your daily work. So we have a couple of minutes left. I want to summarize the features today that I've been talking about. First of all, Aggregates will uncover deeper insights and save time and give you the perfect overview at your fingertips to understand what the complete customer overview, and it can be used on any object regardless of how your Lime CRM solution looks like. We've simplified the filter set navigation, making it easier to find the filter sets, easier to find what you're looking for. We've added an action bar for easier and quicker workflows, easier to find and easier to use. And last but not least, we've added features in CPQ to make it possible to customize your quotation workflows and add product images in the quotations you create. So I hope you enjoy these new features. I will have a look in the chat and see if there are any outstanding questions, and we will also keep the chat open after this session has ended, a couple of minutes, so you have time to get the answers that you want. So yeah, I see that my colleague Thomas has done a great work in answering most of these questions. So we will round off here. If you have further questions, please add them in the chat, and we will answer them a couple of more minutes in the session. I hope you enjoyed these new features. Have a great day and take care. Until next time.